for Nike EYBL Scholastic at Marshall County Hoopfest here on League Ready. I'm Jeremy Rose. Alongside me, Jeff Waters. Well, we had some technical difficulties. This place is popping this afternoon, to say the least. And it's been a fun start to this game as well. Orangeville Academy with an 11-7 lead over Legacy.
Yeah, Orangeville Academy coming out, making some shots right out of the gate. The kids, if you are unaware what they're doing, this is a special invitation only, if you will, game featuring Legacy Early College and Orangeville Academy. And what they have done is the entire student body here at Marshall County High School and then all of the middle school students in the Marshall County system are here for this game. Those are the only spectators allowed in outside of those who are working this afternoon's event. But a lot of fun. You can tell there's a lot of energy in the building.
Glad to have you with us, and a pair of these Nike EYBL Scholastic teams getting in some early game action this afternoon. And here is Owen Kinney, 6'7" junior from Barrie, Ontario. And it's 14-10 with 3:43 to play here in the first. Johan Munch picks up the foul.
The young man from Denmark has quite a challenge ahead of him today. He's trying to keep TJ Copeland from Legacy Early College out of the post. Strong young man. I was really impressed with his play yesterday.
Both of these teams did play last night here at Marshall County Hoopfest. Baseline jumper from Destin Christian won't fall, and a foul on the rebound.
That was Hansen picking up that foul.
14-10 is the score with 3:26 rather to play here in this first quarter. This is Legacy Early College with the basketball. They're in gray. Orangeville Prep in their home whites, or Orangeville Academy rather.
Adrian Shackleton, number 3, into the ball game for Legacy. He really played well for them off the bench in last night's action.
Here is Kieran Mullen. And inside, a drive by Xavier McLean, 6'7" junior from Vancouver, British Columbia. Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Nike. Here we see Orangeville Academy, Torian Lee, Xavier McLean, Jack McMahon, Owen Kinney, and Johan Munch. And for Legacy Early College, J.J. Rembert, Kylan King, Travell Bryson, T.J. Copeland, and Destin Christian. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Nike.
That was a big foul down there on this end on this last exchange, Jeremy. T.J. Copeland picking up his second foul.
Yeah, awfully early
and he's on the bench for Legacy.
3 won't go. Destin Christian back up. It won't fall, but we have a foul.
Gabe Grant checked in to replace T.J. Copeland after he picked up that second foul. Grant, a 6'10", 210-pound senior, originally from Baltimore.
Christian at the line, he'll have 2.
Destin Christian here.
Yeah, and I thought he had a particularly good second half in last night's game. Both of these teams use their benches pretty extensively, Jeremy. So the one thing about it, dealing with a little foul trouble, you can say they have some depth. But then again, Copeland's a guy that for Legacy to be successful, he's going to need to be on the floor most of the time.
Christian gets both free throws to go. It's 16-12 with 2:30 to play here in quarter number 1. Kieran Mullen now for Amari Upshaw, 6'4" freshman from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Here is Atok McClure now on the wing for McLean. It won't go, and Legacy with the rebound. Shackleton out to Cole Hansen. Here is Travell Bryson. Back to Shackleton. His runner is short. McClure through the hands of McLean, out of bounds. Jeff, there's just a lot of movement going on, a lot of different kind of noise than what you would have at a typical basketball setting. This is a unique situation that these teams are playing in right here.
Yeah, and I expect they'll feed off the energy too, because the kids are really excited about being here. They're excited about being able to watch this game, and I think these teams will feed off of that energy.
Christian under the basket, out to Hansen. The three is good.
Three-point shot.
16-15. Orangeville Academy by 1. McClure in the corner. His three won't fall. Shackleton over to Hansen, and another three just like that. The 6'4 senior from Wisconsin, and it's 18-16 as Legacy has taken a 2-point advantage with 1:04 to play here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, you could tell Hansen was kind of feeling it there. It's pretty much the same spot he had made the one on the previous possession. Good looking form on the shot, good high release, good follow through. You can tell why they trust him behind the arc.
Was a big start for Orangeville Academy, but Legacy has settled in now, and they have this 2-point advantage to an, I wouldn't say almost full, 3/4 full Reed Condor Gymnasium. This place seats right at 5,500.
Well, with the middle schools and the high school student body here, you're probably talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of what, 2,800 students in the gym.
This was, if you have done well in your first semester and stayed out of trouble,
get an opportunity to be here. Well, that's a good sign, because looks like most of them are here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The high schoolers are in the lower bowl and the middle schoolers in the top deck. Here is McClure for Orangeville, and the three is good.
Like his game off the bench, brings good energy. He's got a good offensive game. You see him stroking the three out of the corner there.
From Winnipeg, Manitoba. 19-18, Orangeville Academy back with the lead. Down to the baseline. It's Shackleton, and he's fouled, and this will be on McClure. And that is his second, 4th team foul, and Shackleton will head to the stripe. Again, we apologize at the outset of the broadcast. I mean, our director was saying 5-4-3, and the power went off, and we were able to track it down, or let me say they were able to track it down rather quickly.
Shackleton
get us back on.
Palm Beach, 6'3", 190 pounds. Transfer from Pembroke's Pines Charter.
15 seconds to play. McLean out to Torian Lee. Lee pass back out high. Won't go, and it is taken by Hansen. He'll try for three, and it rims out. We are through one. Legacy Early College with the lead over Orangeville Academy, 20-19. Jeff, I do want to also mention that that surge took our replay out for at least a while. We appreciate the team that is bringing these games to you. They've put a lot of work into this, and it's just it takes a whole bunch of folk to get this out and to the public, and this is a very, very nice situation that is going on here at Reed Condor Gymnasium.
Yeah, good folks to work with. We've enjoyed our time with them, and looking forward to the rest of this one. We got a great game going so far, 20-19 in favor of Legacy after they trailed early in this one. And one of the things that the kids are able to do coming into this game, you always have a lot of vendors, a lot of food vendors for Hoopfest, and they can come in and choose which vendor they want to order lunch from. So you see the lines at the various vendors, the different food offerings that they have, and makes it even more enjoyable for the students here this afternoon.
Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike, only Nike, and by Chipotle, real ingredients, real flavors. Chipotle, for real. We're in the second. It's 20-19. Orangeville down 1. And Torian Lee out high on the right side and comes to the middle of the floor. 8 on the shot clock. Lee into the corner. Here is McLean. 3 won't fall. Hanson with the rebound. A little step-through move that is short from Shackleton.
TJ St. Louis, the 7-foot sophomore from Brampton, Ontario, into the game. He wears jersey number 20 for Orangeville. And he set that solid screen out top there.
Yes, he did. Upshaw. Some more technical issues that we're dealing with. We'll try to bring you more of a radio play-by-play. All right, we are going to go down for a second, and we will come back up, and hopefully we'll have everything squared away for you. 20-19 is the score. Legacy on top.
This should be all right for a couple of old radio guys, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get a foul here against Orangeville.
Welcome to Nike EYBL Scholastic here at Marshall County's Hoopfest on League Ready. Jeremy Rose alongside Jeff Waters. We apologize. We've been dealing with some technical difficulties that happened right at tip here in this afternoon session. Jeff, we've had a competitive game, though, however, and it's 33-30 Orangeville with the lead, and just like that, it's 33-32.
Been a very competitive, entertaining game to watch. Both teams playing well offensively. Orangeville has been getting a lot of good looks from behind the arc. They've been knocking them down. Copeland is back in for Legacy. He picked up his second foul early in the ball game. He has to be careful out there right now. And got a good block there.
Xavier McLean had his shot blocked. Orangeville Academy will keep it. Only 8 seconds on the shot clock for the Bears. Lee had it knocked away. And here goes Rembert. Oh, my.
What a play. A clever play, to say the least.
Rembert with his first basket, the 5'11 senior from South Jamaica, New York.
You hear old coaches say use that rim sometimes as a shield, and that's exactly what he did right there. Boy, look at him.
Great hustle play by Rembert.
A lot of energy.
Looks like he knows that right this second he is in Lee's head a bit. And looks like he's talking him pretty good right now as well. Corner 3 won't fall from Kenny, and a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's on McMahon.
Yeah, Jack McMahon picking up his first, just the first of this quarter against Orangeville.
McMahon with 10 points in this first half as we're down to the final half minute. 34-33, Legacy. And here's Rembert. There's about a 5-second differential between the game and shot clock. Copeland with 5 on the shot clock. Kylan King.
Orangeville has time if they'll hurry.
3 seconds as they cross the stripe. The 3 by McLean is off. Halftime score, Legacy Early College with a 36-33 lead over Orangeville Academy. You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic from Marshall County Hoopfest. Second half action comes up shortly.
games tonight. We're going to have a late night game.
Welcome to Nike EYBL Scholastic at Marshall County Hoopfest on League Ready.
If you are planning on coming to tonight's game,
Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike, only Nike, and by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavors. Chipotle, for real. Jeremy Rose and Jeff Waters welcoming you back to Reed Condor Gymnasium here in Graftonville as we've got a pair of Nike EYBL Scholastic teams in action. 36-33 Legacy with the lead, and we take a look at our Chipotle player spotlight, and TJ Copeland, we saw this yesterday. This is a popular food item and menu item there, as TJ likes the chicken bowl with brown rice. Likes that corn on there as well.
And the vinaigrette, I like it.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of youngsters asking for the vinaigrette these days.
Looking at some of the numbers from the first half of this one, Jeremy, we talked about the good shooting from behind the arc for Orangeville. They were 9 of 21 from behind the three-point arc, 43%. They were 11 of 24 overall from the field, but then Jack McMahon and Owen Kinney combined to hit 6 of 9 from behind the arc. Kinney was 4 of 6. McMahon was 2 of 3. Legacy Early College better overall from the field and better percentage, in fact, from behind the arc than Orangeville. Just tried 10 times from long range, 6 of 10 from behind the arc, 13 of 24 overall from the field. Travell Bryson was 4 of 5 from behind the arc for Legacy in the first half. So both of these teams shooting the ball very, very well in the first half of play.
Kind of felt like that maybe you didn't agree with me that you don't see a lot of the youngsters these days asking for vinaigrette.
I don't know. I'm encouraged if they are. I like a good vinaigrette myself.
Kylan King,
of course, with the
foul.
youngsters, you just kind of assume everybody's going with the ranch dressing, right?
Yeah, that's true. On anything and everything. Xavier McLean at the free throw line. A little shaken up, it looked like, after that foul. He missed on this first one.
But I like your idea about Chipotle bringing a kiosk here next Hoopfest.
It would be a good idea.
That place would stay busy the entire time.
Yeah, there would be a line. Nobody would even see the games. There would be a line. Here is Copeland again. Tries to muscle one up. It won't fall, but tapped up and in by Destin Christian. 42-33, and Legacy has come out firing.
6 in a row to open up the third quarter.
McMahon
Orangeville needs a bucket. Yeah, McMahon kind of got hung up out there and shuffled his feet a little bit.
Nine-point lead with 7:08 to play in the third. Legacy with the lead and the basketball. It is J.J. Rembert. This is Travell Bryson, the Mooresville, North Carolina native. Inside for Copeland. Now back out to Christian, and a straightaway look at a three from Bryson won't go, and good hustle in the corner. And it will stay with Legacy.
That painted area, Jeremy, no place for the timid. You've got Copeland and Munch battling for position down low.
And
Munch certainly has the height advantage, but Copeland has the strength advantage.
Munch has picked up his third foul here as well in this third quarter. Inbound comes into Christian, and now going to work is TJ Copeland.
Yeah, you can tell Coach Jackson there from Legacy, that was a called set on that inbounds play. They knew that they would get a good matchup inside there with Copeland, and really nice design play to get him loose and to get an opportunity to make it three.
He has 10 points now as he connects on both free throws. TJ Copeland, senior from Ordell, New Jersey. 44-34, Legacy over Orangeville Academy, and here is Torian Lee. His legs came out from underneath him. He still was able to bury the three.
Yeah, Orangeville needed that one, and they've got to stop here with an opportunity to chip away some more. Set that high screen, and had a shooter in the corner momentarily.
Three won't fall. Kept in the air by Owen Kinney, but here comes Rembert. Almost was able to finish what would have been a highlight reel play.
Atak McClure back in for Orangeville. He typically makes something happen pretty early in his tenure when he comes off the bench. A guy that, again, plays with a lot of energy and can do a lot of different things. Something's lost underneath the curtains down there.
Preston Brewer, one of the officials, went looking for it. And
this is the basketball.
I guess the other one was just slipped in from the scorer's table there. We didn't see it.
Gotta be careful here, Destin Christian. Well, that's a heck of a drive. Wow, got that pass all the way out at the mid-stripe. Kind of had to tiptoe a little bit and then got around. Once he got his shoulder in front, he was headed downhill and headed toward the bucket.
Christian now with 8. McMahon. McClure lost it on the way up. Here's Rembert. Rembert out now for Copeland. The ball is loose, and we'll have a foul this time on Rembert.
I like Rembert's hustle, but if the guy's already on the floor with the ball and then you jump on him, odds are they're probably not going to get the jump ball call. It's probably going to get a foul call instead. But appreciate the hustle getting on the floor. Rembert's crafty. I like his game. He can do a lot of different things.
46-37. Legacy on top of Orangeville Academy. Bears got out to an early lead. Legacy answered and really have been in the lead ever since. McClure to Upshaw. 3 from Kinney. And the ball was apparently touched by McClure last, and it will be Legacy basketball.
Well, I would expect Orangeville to keep doing a lot of what they just saw there, Jeremy, trying to get those shooters loose. McMahon and Kinney both had hot hands in the first half for Orangeville, and it was a big reason why they got out to the lead, and it was a close game at halftime. I would expect to see more of the same. Kind of a contrast in styles. You see Legacy that kind of wants to work inside out, so to speak. They want to drop it off into the post. Copeland and Christian, some screen and roll type stuff like you just saw there. Orangeville likes to get the shooters to the wings and to the corners, just like you see there with McClure. Kind of a contrast in styles of what these teams are trying to do.
46-37 with 4:25 to play in the third. Legacy with the basketball. This is Adrian Shackleton. He's being hounded there by McClure. Gets it to Hansen.
He had a hot hand in the first half. Long two-point shot there.
Shot is no good here. And here comes McClure back into front court for Orangeville Academy. McMahon. No. And Legacy again with the rebound. Well, I know that they like to shoot threes, and I know that's part of it, but any basket, when you're behind and there's a drought going like that, would make a big difference. And Destin Christian will get to the line and try to complete the three-point play.
You know, it's a couple of times that we've seen Christian really do a nice job of kind of weaving through traffic and getting to the bucket. A couple of exchanges ago, he had that pass he had to track down near the midcourt stripe. and then he was able to kind of turn his shoulder, get in front of the defender, and take it all the way in for a bank shot. And he's showing his skills out on the floor a little bit with the ability to handle the ball and create an opportunity for himself.
He's a big-bodied 6'6" senior from Atlanta. He can definitely get in the paint and bang around down there if need be. Free throw doesn't fall. And the ball deflected out of bounds.
Good play by Hansen because McMahon had drifted over into the corner. I'm not sure they would have had a defender close enough to get a good closeout on him to either prevent the shot or contest the shot. So it was a nice job by Hansen to get a hand on that ball, probably prevented an open three-point look.
Johan Munch is back into the Orangeville Academy lineup. McClure will go with a new set. A three from Kinney is good.
His first of the second half. He made 4 of them in the first half. If Orangeville's going to make this comeback, they're going to need a few more from him.
48-40. Legacy. Gabe Grant into the game, and here is Shackleton to the basket, and he is fouled.
Shackleton going to get an opportunity at the free throw line. We talked about it last night, and for folks that maybe aren't aware, the new rule in the high school game, you have 5 fouls is the limit per quarter now. And once a team gets to 5 fouls, the other team starts shooting 2 shots with every foul, and then you start back at 0 at the beginning of the next quarter. So I'm interested to see as kind of it goes along and coaches start thinking about how it affects their particular teams and particular game situations, how they use it as a strategy point, because that changes a whole lot of things. If you've got a team that, is already under the old rule, so you had a team that committed, 6 fouls or 7 fouls in the third quarter, and you're looking at playing the whole fourth quarter in the 1-and-1 and then into the double bonus with the old rule of the 10th foul. It changes a lot when you just recycle to start that fourth quarter. If you've got a tight game, that could really change things a lot over the course of the final quarter of a ball game.
And this is a rule that has been watched in women's college basketball by the folks at the high school level, and it has worked very well. That's one of the rules, and then the under a minute to play, getting to call a timeout and moving the ball to half court has also been one that I think is a good one that they have implemented in women's college basketball.
Orangeville got a good look at a 3 there, but not able to get it to fall, as that was Mullen who tried that one. Legacy's going to keep it here on their offensive end with 2:17 to go in the third quarter.
They've just not been able to get really any run going to kind of close this gap any.
Torian Lee back in.
Destin Christian. Shackleton, and lost it for a moment, was able to get back to it. Hansen. Good matchup for Christian, much bigger than Torian Lee, turns and puts it in.
Yeah, and he knew it. He knew he had a much smaller player trying to keep him out of the post there, and Christian, who has played well, particularly in this third quarter, able to use that advantage, got a good seal, and
slipping loose is McLean, and he is fouled. I don't know. I've really enjoyed watching Destin Christian. Second foul on Kylan King. But this is a balanced team, scoring-wise, for Legacy.
And with Christian having a very good third quarter, and Copeland's getting an opportunity for a rest. He had the 2 early fouls back in the first quarter, but he's getting a chance to get a breather here, keep him from any further foul trouble, and a good strong rebound there.
51-49 41. Legacy with the lead, down to 1:30 to play in this third, and slipping is Shackleton. We talked about this last night. I think it may have just happened again. This court, this time of year,
and it's very humid outside today. Yeah.
And one of these upper doors has been open. That probably didn't help anything, but we're in Western Kentucky in now December, and it's just this December is typically not the coldest month by any means here in Western Kentucky. That usually happens late January, early February, and this court can become an ice rink at times. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the other part.
Well, it's a 10-point lead right now. They need that one to fall. It doesn't go. And Legacy is going to maybe slow it down a little bit here. See if they can get something toward the rim. Bring Copeland back into the ball game. He took it out top there.
DJ Jackson calling the instructions for the Lions. A three by Hanson won't go, and here is a three and a foul on Torian Lee. Adrian Shackleton will head to the line here for one.
Shackleton was able to get the release on that one. Draws the foul, and it's, I think, kind of the danger zone here for Orangeville. If Shackleton makes this, it's a 14-point lead, 47 seconds to go. You better find a good possession here. Get you a good look and see if you could kind of get a little momentum back on your side going into the fourth quarter.
They had it at 8, and both teams were running through a scoring drought there, and now just like that, Legacy has their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, McLean's going to get a chance to get a couple at the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 there so far.
First free throw good. McLean 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and TJ St. Louis is back in for Orangeville. 7-footer from Brampton, Ontario. Second free throw is good. Brampton, Ontario has put out a number of very, very good basketball players in both men's and women's college basketball. .16 seconds is what remains here in this third. 5 on the shot clock for Legacy, and having trouble with it out high is Shackleton, and it will be a shot clock violation as Shackleton had it knocked away. He went back to it, and then it was again batted, and he couldn't get the basketball to anyone else or try to put up a shot himself.
It's like Munch is going to check back in here. They're going to give a little pressure in the backcourt, try to make Orangeville take some time here. Got 3.9 to work with. Try to get the ball up the floor, see if they can. Now they put 5.1, so a little more time. McClure has the luxury now of coming back to get it.
He slips through 3 defenders, gets it over to Mullen. The 3 won't fall, and we are through 3 in Draftonville. 55-43. The lead belongs to Legacy Early College over Orangeville Academy. Jeff, 8 minutes remain in this one. It's manageable at this point, but they've got to go on some type of run in order to at least give them a shot with under 4.
Yeah, first 2 or 3 minutes of the fourth quarter will be critical for Orangeville if they are going to make a run and try to come back and get this one. They're three-point shooters. They're certainly capable. You got guys out there for them that can get on a roll. The thing is, Legacy, with their post game, has also been able to make a lot of threes here today, making it very difficult to try to get multiple stops, which is what you're going to need to make up this 12-point deficit.
I don't think that there's enough time to be trading 3s and 2s at this point, and that's where the offense seems to have been running for Orangeville. Look at the student section.
I think they've had a good time today. I think the kids have really enjoyed the opportunity to be here in Reed Conder Gymnasium to watch this high-level Hoopfest game between two good teams. Get a chance to visit all of the different food vendors, to eat lunch here and have multiple choices of what they could enjoy for their midday meal. I think everybody's had a good time.
Well, for the teachers and administrators at Marshall County High School, I think this was the win-win, because all of the kids wanted to come out here anyway during their lunch hour or at lunch 30 minutes because of, as McClure doesn't see the shot clock. Now he does, and it will be a shot clock violation. But they would all end up here in the gym watching whatever team was practicing.
Yeah.
And I think they sometimes didn't really want to come back.
Yeah, that's kind of been a Hoopfest tradition to get kids on their lunch breaks usually come in and watch some of the Hoopfest teams practice at lunchtime. And they're getting to watch two good teams in action here this afternoon.
Now, mind you, the vendors would be in here as well, so it was what they everyone was okay with it. It was just, this makes more sense, and to reward both the high school and middle schoolers to be able to come watch this, and it brings a good crowd out for a game that you play in the afternoon. 55-43 and a steal. Here goes McMahon to the basket, and for whatever reason tried to lay that up with his left hand, and it left it open to a block, and back the other way. Hanson fires a 3. 9 for Cole Hanson. I mean, that was critical right there, and
yeah, that's a 5-point swing, Jeremy.
I'm not sure why he elected to go with the left hand on the right hand.
It's almost like he kind of rushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Heard the footsteps and rushed it a little bit.
The 3 in the corner is good by McMahon. So he missed last time, but he makes up for it here with the 3. 58-46 and a foul on McClure. That's his 4th.
Orangeville wants a timeout. Trailing by 12, 6:21 to go. Bears going to take a full timeout here.
A 30-second timeout.
Another great day of hoops today and tomorrow here at the Marshall County Hoopfest. They'll have games actually starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning Central Time here at Reed Conder Gymnasium, and continuing through the morning into the afternoon and tomorrow night.
Last game tonight is scheduled to tip at 10 p.m. Central Time. Usually those don't happen. And so who knows?
Closer to 10:30 most likely.
But you'll definitely get your money's worth with if you just come to one session. Just over 6 minutes to play. 58-46. Copeland. Here's Rembert. 2 on the shot clock. Hanson knows it, fires it, it won't fall. McClure It's 5 on 4 there for a moment. McCour to the corner, and a three is good from McMahon.
Kind of found his spot over there in that corner. Good job by McCour to not give up on that after he lost the handle. Looked like he was going to have a drive after he beat his man. Lost the handle, stayed with it, was able to fake the defender out and throw that pass along the baseline.
Now within 9 are the Bears. 58-49. And now McLean for three.
Well, Jeremy, you got a 6-point game.
12 for McLean. Timeout. Legacy. 58-52, and this was that run, and it's just over 4 minutes left in this one. It's at 5:05 to play, so there's plenty of time for Orangeville to continue this run. It's now sitting at 9-0.
Yeah, and McMahon has heated up. He's kind of found his rhythm again. They've got the shooters. There's no question about that. They can do it. They can do it in a hurry. And I think B.J. Jackson, head coach at Legacy, just wants to remind his team that you got to be looking for these guys. They're going to go to these spots. They're going to run to the corner. They're going to run to the wing. Make sure you close out on them. Try to deny as best you can. And don't give them any open looks. And on the other end, speaking of guys that can knock down the three, you got Cole Hansen, who's getting ready to put the ball in play for Legacy. He's made some big shots for them today. On the other side of the coin, Orangeville's got to keep an eye on him because you can tell his confidence is growing, and he's looking for his shot from behind the arc, too.
58-52. Legacy with the basketball. And lead has been whittled to 6. Biggest lead was at 14. Hansen gonna fire a long three. That is good.
I'm not sure how you let him get that wide open. That was a deep three, but still, there was anybody near him to provide any pressure at all.
Well, that's what you want right out of a timeout there. If you're Legacy, here's a three from McCour that's off. 61-52, 4:35 to play. A battle between the state of South Carolina and the province of Ontario. Oh, nice pass from Christian inside to Copeland, but Copeland can't finish.
Orangeville catches a break. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Munch.
Well, look, Rembert's really denying the ball from McMahon right now.
Munch gets past Copeland, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. The 6'10 senior from Copenhagen, Denmark.
That was a great move by Munch. He was able to get by Copeland there out high. And soft touch. Kind of putting it up, getting the ball up onto the rim, and good soft hands.
Free throw will not fall. Munch at 6'10 now has grown 6 inches just in this past summer. And a second effort by Rembert won't go, and off to the races come the Bears again. McLean in the corner. Got it. McLean up to 15 points. And we're down to a 4-point game. 61-57.
This one's been fun. It's been fun to watch.
Here goes Rembert into the lane, and a blocking foul. Count the basket, and he'll be at the line for one.
Well, I used crafty to describe his game earlier, and I'll stay with that adjective because that was just a nifty move down the lane there, challenging a bigger player, using good body control. spun it up onto the window. Going to get an opportunity for a three-point play. This could be a big sequence in this game, Jeremy, with just over 3 minutes to go.
Kyron Mullen picked up the foul. Free throw is off. Destin Christian with the basketball.
That's the last thing Orangeville needed to happen for this to potentially end up being a 4 or 5 point trip down the floor for Legacy.
And a timeout here for Legacy. 63-57, 2:58 to play. Glad you're with us here from the Marshall County Hoopfest. You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic. We've had some fun over these past 24 hours, and basketball will continue later on today and also tomorrow here at Marshall County Hoopfest. Legacy with a 63-57 advantage over Orangeville Academy. Larry Blunt in his first season back at the helm of the Bears after being the head coach from 2013 through 2016. BJ Jackson, the head coach for Legacy. This is his 13th year. There's the part of the nationally acclaimed Marshall County Marching Marshals, the pep band, a little smaller version of them. Right side here is a three that is short from Bryson. It's loose on the floor, and Rembert is able to get it back.
Just tough to overcome that. Back-to-back offensive rebounds now for Legacy after a couple of stops that Orangeville needed.
And, you know, as we'll have a shot clock violation here, but you start looking down low. You see on one of the blocks Copeland, on the other one Christian. And while they may be smaller in height, they have been able to kind of make their own way on the post.
We're getting near 2 minutes. Big possession here for Orangeville. That's a nice move.
McLean.
He's really come on here in the last couple of minutes. Big shots. Big one there.
McLean now with 17. 2 minutes to go. Hanson. In now to Copeland, who puts it in.
Yeah, just using that strength advantage. What a nice post-up move there. He just backed Munch deep into the post.
A quick three in the corner won't fall this time for McMahon. 6-point lead, 1:30 to go. Rembert to Bryson. Here's Copeland again, and this one spins off the back of the iron. Orangeville Academy with it, and McClure is going to get the bucket.
Ended up going in. It would have counted anyway.
McClure now with 5 points. 65-61. 1:05 to go. Legacy on top. Spin out high by Rembert. He goes all the way to the bucket and lays it in.
Yeah. When you needed the big shot, who's there for you? Rembert.
McLean. Copeland comes out on him. Well, they've really extended the defense out here, and it allows, though, a little bit of a gap. And the help didn't come over, and McClure puts it in. 7 now for McClure with 40.1 seconds to play.
seen Orangeville play twice now, and I have been highly impressed with McClure. He comes in off the bench, does a lot of good things for them, and he just kind of has a good feel for the game. You've seen him make some nice plays, setting himself up, setting his teammates up, and here down the stretch, he's made a couple of nice moves that keeping his team within striking distance.
Here's a look at the early season EYBL Scholastic standings. Now there are a number of these teams that are playing here, but there's also an EYBL event that is going on in Florida at Montverde. Link, we saw them last night.
They were impressive.
Teachers, if you could help out with that, and students, stay seated once the game has ended.
It's still early in the going in the standings, but that's a quick look at what we've had so far.
Well, Orangeville has 3 timeouts remaining. Let's see how they elect to play this here. I'm going to set up in the full court press. See how long they go before they start electing to foul.
Rembert to Hansen. Lee tried to foul him, didn't make it, and now almost took it away, but Christian comes back to it. 15 on the shot clock, 24.1 to play, and now a foul.
And you have one more to give before you start shooting the double bonus. We've talked about that, Jeremy. How does that affect strategy in games like this?
So they waited too much to go try to implement the foul at that point.
So now you got to be quick about fouling, and then you have to be quick about fouling again if you can't get the steal on the inbounds play.
22.4 is what remains in this one. 4-point lead for Legacy. Their shot clock has been set to 20 now. And here is a foul by Lee, and that's his 4th. And this will put Hansen at the line with 20.9 to play. Hansen, the senior from Wisconsin.
Good long-range shooter. And nice form and follow through on the free throw too.
13 now for Hansen. Kylan King is back in. And Destin Christian out for Legacy. Second free throw is good. 69-63, 20.9 to play. McClure over to Lee, a 3, won't fall. Rebound comes down to Coleman, and Coleman is fouled with 11.1 to play.
Just not sure there's enough time now for Orangeville. Made a heck of a run, but Jeremy, you go back to the end of the third quarter when it was, I think, 11 and down less than half a minute to go, and Rembert made that nice play. And we've talked about him a bunch over the course of the last couple of days and what he does for Legacy. But that was a big sequence there at the end, because you're looking at going down. If you're Orangeville, worst case scenario, down 11 going into the fourth quarter, maybe you get a score and get it to single digits going into the fourth quarter, because you knew, as good as shooters as they are, they were going to have a rally at some point. And that was a big sequence there at the end of the third quarter.
McClure, 70-63, hangs a 3 that won't fall. 4 seconds to play, and Copeland loses this one out of bounds. He was trying to get it to Rembert to dribble it out, but he missed on the pass, and Orangeville will inbound, and this one comes into backcourt. McMahon will launch a 3 that won't fall. And that will do it. Final score this afternoon, 70-63. Legacy Early College with the win over Orangeville Academy. Jeff, it's been a lot of fun, and we got more basketball coming up, and looking forward to that a little bit later on today.
Yeah, looking forward to being back out here for the 7 o'clock Central Time game, as we'll see Oak Hill Academy again against La Lemire.
You've been watching Nike EYBL Scholastic from the Marshall County Hoopfest. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike, only basketball, and by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavors, Chipotle, for real. For Jeff Waters and the entire crew from Reed Condor Gymnasium in Draftonville, my name is Jeremy Rose. Thanks for being with us. Final score, Legacy 70, Orangeville 63.